So this message is going to be for Leo women born August 12th, 1976. Why do I have a specific date? Because that's my birthday, boo. We birthday twins and y'all got problems with it. I said, do it again, boo. Keep doing it. What's in our energy? God said that's what they know too. I said, shoot. There's a lot of these Leo women born August 12th, 1976 out here trying to figure out what's going on in their life, looking at their body and their mind and their brain and saying, man, it's falling apart. And God said, that's what we know here too. Everything is not as what it was years ago. And that's what's catastrophic to these Leo women born August 12th, 1976. You can feel it, boo. I can feel it too. Change. I'm like, shoot, I don't want to grow that old. And God said, but you gonna be that old, boo. And people gonna be looking at you like, you know what? You a relic. They gonna be looking at you like you a special KB and okay when you get that old, boo. And that's what you need to know here too. You're like, yeah, you haven't changed that much, but you gonna feel like you changed completely. And that's our truth here too. Tell me more for these Leo women. These Leo women born August 12th, 1976. Intuition, boo. God say, you know what? You ain't gonna be broke, but you ain't gonna leave something in somewhere pretty soon. You gonna remove it. And God said that'll be better for you to remove it than to leave it in there. And they know that too. I say, yeah, they don't want you to be having something on the side and you know what, getting everything together for you and yours. And that's what you need to know here too. Take the risk. God said, you know what? A lot of y'all gonna start putting stuff in mattresses more so than saving it in the bank because you know what? They always is willing to, snatch something from you. And God said, but they can't get a hold of what they want to get a hold of. And that's a good thing here too, boo. Heartbreak is here. It says hurt, betrayal, grief, and disappointment. God said, you know what? You ain't letting nobody feel that way. You making sure everybody that you love feel amazing. And they like, yeah, and that's what you do. You make sure everybody is feeling at least okay. And they like, yeah, that's what you do, boo. You make me feel amazing. And you know what? I don't even want to be with you no more. You crazy, but you not. And they know darn well that they wouldn't look like this and look like that if you was around, boo. And they know that here too. Snake is here. It says deception, shady, temptation, and enemy. God say, you know what? All these people need to find something else to do instead of focus and fixate on making things complicated for you. That's what they need to do. Find something else to do. And I said, yeah, they like little kids, huh? And you is the most grownest motherfucker that we have seen in our whole entire life. And grandma said that's what you need to pay attention to. You grown and they not, boo. Yeah, unfinished business. It says it's not over patterns and back and forth. So whoever these motherfuckers is that's a little shady and snakes in the grass and all this other stuff, they got feelings for you, boo. Someone is feeling emotional too. You like, yeah, you is grown, hey grown, and you going through this and you going through that, and you got to figure this out and figure that out. You pooped. I said, shit, you been jumping through hoops since you came out your mama womb, and they think that what? That's cool. That's catastrophic, baby. And God said, but there's protection in it too. That's what you need to know. Protection, boo. You're being protected even further. Yeah, we have body shaming is here. It says low self-esteem, negative body image, and feeling judged. Whoever these people are, who cares, baby? They gonna say what they gonna say. They gonna do what they gonna do, and half of them wouldn't be able to show their face to you in person. That's what you need to know here too. Yeah, it says sorry, not sorry, unremorseful, avoiding accountability and neglecting responsibility. God say, you know what? You ain't even tell nobody nothing, and they can't even do something to you that they really want to do, but you must have the inside track to know something. And that's what they got a whiff of here too. Yeah, booty call is here. It says beckon call, sexual invitation, and all about sex. You ain't in that life. And that's what is really catastrophic for them. Because they wish you was in a particular type of mind frame, a particular type of mindset. And God said they need to grow up. You really is showing people how to grow up, boo. And that's what you need to know here too. Make believe. It says fantasy feeding into illusions and disappointment. These people are very disappointed that you're not what they have put in their head that you are. They're saddened about this situation. And God said, yeah, that's good. You karmic justice, boo. You can either bring good karma or you can bring bad karma to people. And God said, you doing my work. And you act like you ain't, but you are here too. Yeah, penny pension is here. It says financial struggle, saving up and budgeting. God say, you know what? It ain't over between you and them other ones. And that's what you need to know here too. They like, I'm gonna keep you, boo. It ain't over. Who said it was over? That's that nigga, boo. Like, shit, I tried to treat you. See, someone tried to treat you a certain type of way, and now they look stupid. And now they look like, yeah, I guess you ain't play those games here, too. See, it's a lot of fully grown adults out here in this world. I mean, they grown as hell. Some of them like 80 years old running around here still doing the same thing as a child would. Childlike mind state. And God said, you ain't in that mind state, boo. But they are. And they really is getting a lesson from you. And that's what you need to know here too. Lessons. Yeah, we have limitations and fears coming out with self-care and energy. God say, you know what? You really want to go do this and go do that and all sorts of stuff, but I don't want you to do that yet. It's not time for you to venture out yet. Stay focused, boo. And that's your truth here too. Yeah, we have epiphany and breakthrough is here. God is saying, you know what? All these men need to stop allowing so many different women to touch on them. They really need to learn how to, you know what, keep their body to theyself here too. And grandma said that's what they gonna pay attention to. You ain't been touched on by a lot of people, huh? It seems like, you know what, your energy is clear and they energy is not. And grandma said that's what they know here too. The energies that people leave on others. Yeah, we have control and tactics is here. Overall energy, cycles, change, and completion. God say, you know what? You're about to dawn the doorsteps of nobody, but they gonna dawn your doorsteps. And that's what's gonna be catastrophic, boo. They're gonna be like, shoot, I don't wanna ever come in this area and space okay with you ever again. And they're gonna make shit happen for you. And that's a good thing, boo. So someone is going to start putting effort and energy to making your life better. And God said, that's what I told these niggas to do. And that's God's truth here too, boo. Making it better for you. Whoa. I thought it fell on the floor, but it didn't. Nine of Swords energy. It says sleepless nights, anxiety, depression, breaking point, and negativity. God say you okay, but these niggas ain't. They don't know what to do to make it better for you. Yeah, Five of Swords energy, but they figuring it out. And then you know what? One nigga said, "Shit, I'll rob somebody for you, boo. What you want me to do? I'll rob somebody for you. You want me to rob somebody? What you want me to do? You making me feel like I need to, you know what? Make it all better." And that's the truth. You're igniting something in these niggas, and that's a good thing. Ace of Wands energy is here. They like, shoot, you the best of the best, boo. What's up? And ain't nobody been on you, huh? And God said, that's what they know here too. I said, yeah, you one of them. I gotta get right. Someone gotta get right, boo. Yeah, we have the essence of the Three of Wands is here. It says looking ahead, confidence, growth, and foresight. So there's the energy that say, you know what? I can already see me with you. I already know how you is and what you ain't gonna do and all sorts of stuff. I can already see it, boo. I already see it. Somebody already see it. They like you gonna be this way, that way, and all this other stuff and everything. And you know what? That's good. Someone vibes out with you, boo. And that's what you need to know here too. The strength card, that's your energy. Needing the willpower and strength here. Someone is saying you got it. But they don't have nothing. See? But they gonna make something better for you. And God said, that's good. Make it all better for you. You deserve it. And that's your truth here too. Tell me more for Leo women born August 12th, 1976. It says, Spirit says to trust your intuition. So trust your intuition, and intuition is coming out twice. So there's something about you that say, you know what? You moving forward. Yeah, we have now is here. And then it says there is not enough faith to manifest your desires here too. So have faith. We have no to your question. And it says Spirit is working with you. So God is working with you. Okay. God is giving you a helping hand. Okay. God is stretching out his arms to you or her, whoever you believe in here, boo. Yeah. Yes to your question is here too as well. So let's get, you know what? I haven't used these cards at all. So let's get a card from this deck. I don't know what the name of this deck is, but Jane Austen Oracle. So let's see. Let's get a card for Leo women born in August. Whoa. All those cards just fell on the floor. So these cards, okay, was saved. So the number 11 is significant. It says, the best of the others is in me. Other people's gaze doesn't define who you are. It's just one perspective of many. It says a loyalty poorly rewarded. If others don't know how to show you the recognition you deserve, you know intimately the value of your work and effort. The next card, it says shy and inaccessible. It says take action to meet new people. Interesting. The little voice of peace. It says beyond reason and feelings, this small, discreet voice will guide you along the path of peace. Interesting. So let's get you an angel card here. Okay. So we have Carissa is here. So it says, you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next steps. Happiness awaits you. And then we have Layla is here. It says, spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So that's what I have for you guys. Bye.